everyone. So we meet again for a connection soul to soul. I love doing these. I just feel every now and again, I just think, oh, it's just so nice to be able to have so many people who are interested in these soul connections and just taking a snippet of information or connection with your higher self to my higher self and find out what your heart wants to tell you about your life in this moment. And thank you so much for everybody who's reached out for the last couple of weeks. Pardon me, for the ones that we've already supplied. It just confirms for me really that we're in times where we need more of this. So I will do as many as I possibly can. So what that means is I'm going to do at least another YouTube one, and which we'll put up anytime soon. And we're also going to do some Facebook Lives, which I'll give you some notice on for anybody that's on Facebook, so that we can reach more people at this time. That feels like a really lovely thing to do. So that's what we'll do. I've mentioned before that sometimes we need some assistance from life, really. We need to be able to find ways to intuitively find our guidance, our way through difficult times in life, but also to affirm the great times in life. And no question is too small or too silly. There isn't such a thing as a silly question. All questions have a root underneath them which stems from hope, and it stems from an inquiry into life. And some of the big questions for enlightenment or awareness or evolution is, who am I? And, you know, this is part of that. It gives you a snippet or a different view, if you like, of your being. And I've mentioned this before, but you can also do something called open book. So this is guidance through open book. And I have done another video which is all about how you do this. And one of the books, it's good to have like a positive book or a spiritual book, or, you know, just something positive really to do it from, rather than like a newspaper. Or you can do it with that as well. The process is still the same, but I think in the early days it's quite nice to get information and affirmations from the intention of the book, the intention that it's been written with. And this one was, the intention here was love. Alan Cohen wrote this book called A Deep Breath of Life, which I recommend to everybody all of the time, especially if you're going to be doing things like we're going to do now, which is the general message for everybody who tunes into this and listens to this actual video, as long as it's up on YouTube. What is that message? And this one is called The Choice for Divinity. Shankara said, the spirit is smothered, as it were, by ignorance. But so soon as it is destroyed, light shines forth like the sun when released from clouds. There's always a story with this to highlight what that actually means. And then there's an affirmation and there's a prayer. I'll read the affirmation and prayer. Let me be all I can be. I allow you to live through all of me. I am a spiritual being going through a human experience. You know, what I feel out of that is just to affirm that all of our experiences are of worth. Even the pooey ones, you know, the ones that are really just out there and are painful and horrible, they're of worth. There's something we can learn from them. And there's the good and the bad all merges into one, so it becomes the I am presence, and we can learn through it. So something to bear in mind. Okay, first one. So Nick's picked these, you guys who are here with me today for these readings. You know, I really believe that, you know, whoever it is, you've definitely gone, me. And Nick's heard it and he's supplied it and I'm connecting with you. But you are. Thank you, thank you, thank you for each and every one, because you're bringing through your message, but also you are representing many other people. And I'd love to hear in the comments field below, you know, whose message did you resonate with, even though it wasn't your name? Because I find that absolutely fascinating. First person is Ali. Ali F. This is for you. See what you think, Ali. Okay, so you're going fairies, fairies, but you're also saying no. And you're coming over here. So you want both, darling. Okay, you have both. So this is the fairy tarot cards, and you're also going for animal tarot cards as well. So I'm going to pull these first and see how we go. Ooh, that one like folded over when it was coming out. It's like me. Oh, fast. Ali, slow the down. Your higher self is saying, oh my God. It's like, whoo, chill pill time. Okay, so let's sit down, please, and take some deep breaths. And ask for guidance from your belly. Okay, so the mind's going quite a lot. So your higher self is saying, we know how to drop into the heart, and you do that extremely well. You slow it down for other people. You're fully present there. You give. But there's so much going on in your head at the moment. It's like, can we bring that down into the belly? You know how to do that. Bring it down into the belly and get it down into your hips and let it anchor. Let this energy, this excess of energy, come down through you and go down into the earth. So you drop anchor where you are. Doesn't matter where you are. Drop anchor now down into the earth. The excess energy is, well, Earth Mother wants it. She would really like that so that she can then nurture you. You'll feel tired. You'll feel a bit tired when you do this, because sometimes when we've had excess energy, sort of like sparks of energy, that we haven't been able to use really, it sort of like then works on the adrenals and it works on our adrenaline. And it's like, oh, so when we actually give that excess energy that isn't useful for us anyway, into the earth, Mama Earth's like, yeah, I can so use that. And you go, oh. Now, sometimes when we don't want to be tired, we've got lots to do and we can't stop, and it's this and this and this and this, we resist doing the earthing and the grounding because we know we're going to be tired. And we make the mistake that it's going to make us tired. What it is revealing how tired you are already. The tiredness is there already. And by going on this sparky route, we're just masking it and putting off to another day the greeting of the tiredness. And it's like, come on, let's do it now. Let's sleep for 3 days if that's what we need, or stop for 3 minutes if that's what we need. Doesn't matter what we need, it matters that we drop anchor. And then if we make sure each morning that we drop anchor anyway, we won't get as tired, because we can pull up that nurturing of the earth and it'll soothe us, connect us, deepen our connection with our hearts. And so we can we find an easier way of living with that abundance of energy so it doesn't actually overtire us. I hope that makes some sense. Let me know if that makes some sense. And your messages as well. Well, the fairies have got something to say. And they're talking about renewal. It's a major arcana card, number 20. Review the past and the present so you can plan a bright new future. Understanding your life purpose. Feels like that's quite important at the moment. And in so doing, try and release judgments of yourself and others. So that's this card from the fairies. You know, this word renewal actually resonates as well as the message, but the renewal word really resonates for you. It's like, you know, if you do this thing that your higher self has come in and said straight away, then that helps you to renew. And in your renewal, your life purpose as it stands now for your immediate future becomes more apparent, is clearer to see. And then the animal kingdom's coming through. It feels like it's supporting you. Woo! Another major arcana one, as well as the Four of Summer. First one is number 21 this time. It's called The World, and it's a Shetland sheepdog here. And it says, congratulations on successfully accomplishing what you set out to do. Earthing yourself, I hope. No, that's a joke. Obviously, it's a wider message. You've made it through the challenges, woo, and incorporated the lessons life offered you with grace and courage. Fabulous message. And and that's that one. And then the Four of Summer is the Tortoise. Your responsibilities may distract you from noticing all the gifts that God is presenting to you. Be open to investigating opportunities that come your way. Matilda's saying, bright spark, ha ha. It's like your energy is absolutely perfect and nothing needs changing with your own energy system. It's like perfect for you, for what drives you, what brings you joy. It's all absolutely perfect. It's just that sometimes, Matilda's saying, another way of explaining it is sometimes you get caught in a circuit of old energy, really. And when that circuit of old energy invites you in and you're in it before you know it, that's the one that needs discharging into the earth. That's the one where you need to nurture yourself and sleep a bit more or do whatever it is to recognize and acknowledge the energy that you're at, so that you can rebuild it and then charge about in life in a very productive and fun and happy way that helps you to be nourished. But these cards are very strong on renewal, a different way forward, one of kind of acknowledging all the things that have been really great in your life and the things that you have done extremely well. And again, you're not giving yourself enough kudos for. So it feels like the widening of perspective that you've had over the last few years is of paramount joyful importance now. And to take joy without responsibility. So your higher self is saying, sit with that sentence for a bit. See what it means for you to take joy without further responsibility. Okay, my love. That's for you, Ali. And then the next person next chosen is Eleanor C. Eleanor, this is for you. Your higher self is saying you want a very clear and simple, straightforward message. It's like you are developing, you are learning, you are emerging in many, many, many different ways. And through that emergence, you're questioning quite a lot and you're wondering which way to go. And there are options coming up, but your higher self is asking me to keep it simple. Oh, and do you know what? That is a relief and it's a breath of fresh air. Oh, it's breath of fresh air because it's been complicated in recent months. So yeah, simplicity has its own beauty. So your cards in simple answer to what's going on at the moment is 5 of Michael. You've chosen the Archangel Power Tarot deck. This situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. So there's your simple answer. You're better than this situation. You're You have more divinity. You have more everything. Then the situation is keeping you down within. It's like you need to break out of any attachment to the outcome of it. Doing that brings you Major Arcana number 13 with Archangel Azrael, and the message is peace. Okay? Release the past. There is a more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. So, that's really interesting, isn't it? Release the past. This situation doesn't serve you. Release attachments to the outcome. There is a more enriching future coming. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. So the cards are saying something similar, like in a story. That one was first, this one was second. It's a story, there's a story there. And often we get these messages clearly, like release the past. Release it. Release our need to know the outcome. And then peace can find you. And I hope that makes some sense for you. There's part of me that wants to go deep diving into that. But you've given me an instruction to keep it simple. So we're going to stop there. Okay? So the simple thing is, it's about trust, isn't it? It's about trust. It's sometimes we get entangled into a weave of a story that we've made of our own, or we've grown into or out of, and we find it difficult sometimes to find our way beyond that. And this is actually saying there is peace for you here. Just let go of what you were hoping the outcome was, or moving away from the outcome. Let go of it. Let go completely. Free fall and trust. Hand it over to the angels, and then be ready to be surprised and invigorated with the options that find you, because there are better options coming. Okay, darling, thank you. And then Nick has chosen Ruth. This is Ruth H. This is for you. And you're going straight for animals as well, actually. But you're eeny, meeny, miny, mo at the moment. But you're also coming here, which is Keepers of the Light. So I'm going to go here first while you let me know afterwards where there you go. You've made your decision on that one. Thanks so much, Ruth. Woo, okay. So Ruth. That's interesting. I think Ellen has set us off on a thing here, because new opportunities are on the way. So your higher self immediately is saying new opportunities are on the way. Keep your view of the world as benevolent. So look at the world as supplying, as giving, as benevolent, as a good place to be. Open up in your heart a place to receive the goodness that's trying to find its way to you, because it surely, surely is. Now, your cards are from a gentleman called Kyle Gray. Kyle is a messenger of the angels. He's seen and heard angels all of his life. And he works with the Master Kingdom. The Master Kingdom is all about sort of a life where we've had great lessons and deep training to start to master some of the emotions and responses in life. And there's two masters that are coming and stepping forward at this time to assist you in any way you wish to ask them to help. One is Sanat Kumara, light activation. Shine your light. You're being asked to shine your light, Ruth. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. So if you're getting those nudges and those hints from the universe and intuitive stuff, follow them. But if you want more clarification of them, ask Sanat Kumara, who's a master of the light, to help you with that. And then the second master who stepped forward to assist you in your life at this time is Melchizedek, and it's about higher learning. You have learnt from experience. You've had deep learnings from experience. Your inner study is now required to further progress. So it's taking all of those learnings that you've had, and there's a progression ahead of you. And this wonderful master is asking you to progress further with your studies in life. Okay. So that one, you really needed to know that there's a helpful, benevolent universe out there, and there's various masters along with archangels and all sorts of godly goddess forces that are there to assist you. You just ask for some help, ask some more. And then the animal kingdom feels like it just really wants to earth you, get you out of your head and out of those thoughts and bring it down to the heart, get some compassionate action going on there for self, and then drop it into the earth. And the animal that's come forward to help you with that is Crow Spirit, number 17. And the crows are asking you to co-create with Spirit, to be the creator of your own destiny and co-create with Spirit. We were born with the magnificence and the connection of the godliness within. We have within us, physically seated in our body, part of that divine source. You know, the idea of being in the image of God is where it comes from. It's like a reminder that we have the spark of creation within us. So we can create and you know, you're being asked right now to be reminded that you are God, Goddess, Spirit. So what is it you want to create? Hold that at the foremost of your mind. Add the emotions with it of the outcome, and then let it go into the universe and trust it will be so. Okay, Ruth. Nice strong one there for you. Okay, so Nick has now chosen Heather M. Okay, Heather. Ooh, Heather, you're asking for Earth Magic, the Earth Magic cards, and you're also coming over to the dragons. So, woo! Okay, that's your card out, the Earth Magic cards and the dragon cards. Oh, very quick. Okay, so you've come to a time in your life, you're telling me now, where you need some answers, you need some direction, and you want to get on with it. But there's also an aspect of you that actually just wants to play and wants to just go with the winds of change. And so it's both. It's both. Answer both aspects of your soul. They're coming from a deep-seated need in you to play with the adventurous part of your life right now. And to go with new things, try out some new things, but also to anchor into what is known and love that more than you've ever loved it before. Okay? So that's what your higher self's message is coming through loud and clear. The Earth, the Earth Magic card is New Moon. And it's about promise. It's about promise. Now, I'm recording this as we're brewing up and we're coming towards the second and final supermoon of our year in 2021. And we're in the month of May, and we're in the new moon phase, and we're coming up towards it being full. So this moon has a lot of feminine qualities in it. And it's about welcoming the divine goddess within ourselves, whether we're male or female. It's about recognizing and honoring the power of the sorceress, the power of the feminine divine source, the female archangels. It's about the feminine soul. It's about nurturing and softly cherishing. It's about listening with all of our being. So it's about the inner landscapes. If anybody's interested, I've got a course coming up next soon, actually next Monday. I don't even know if this is going to go out before or after that. But basically, it's a time next Monday of us gathering just from 10 till 1 on Zoom. So it's available to everybody. And that's in preparation for us raising our vibration, our expectation of ourselves and life to the point where we can manifest things with the power of this supermoon on Wednesday. And the second part of it basically is for anybody who wants to be here with me physically at Harmony Lodge, because we're going to go in the sacred circle and we're going to just welcome as a team, as a group, as a united flow, the full moon energy. I just find it absolutely fascinating because this is all to do with wholeness. And, you know, the fact that we've got a full supermoon that peaks in the UK at 13 minutes past 12 on the 26th, on Wednesday, the 26th of May. So it's a full moon, which the moon stands really for the feminine, and the sun. It's midday. It's at its fullest at midday in the fullness of the male energy. So it's offering us this united front, this unity consciousness, and this place of wholeness. So whatever you're doing, whenever you listen to this, you know, it's about unity and it's about bringing in the male and female. So we walk out of that for the rest of May into June as a whole person, one where everything is balanced. So that's what these supermoons this year are actually offering. It's an awareness of balancing the male and the female in equal measure. And there'll be lots of blessings on the day, and then we're going to do some intuitive connections with the essence of the flower kingdom, as it's called, the flower moon. And then we're actually going to go to the beach after that, because it's sunset at just after 9, and we're going to do an offering to the oceans of the world, because water is emotions and is a representation of the feminine. So the sun, the male, can go down, and well, as the earth moves round, and the moon may or may not be seen on that night, depending on how cloudy it is, but will actually rise. So yeah, if you're interested in that, let me know. All details are on carolcumber.com site, and you can sign up for just the Monday. It will be recorded, so you can access that at any time, so you can do your own preparation for your own celebration or awareness of that full moon, or you can do all of it with me, depending. Okay, I got sidetracked then. There you go. So it's just the moon came up and I thought, whoa. All right, Heather. So whatever you're doing, do something with this full moon, because you've got the new moon and promise of a new life, promise of new beginnings. You know, new moons are always about the new beginning as the energy rises to the fullness. So think of if there's any new projects or new people or new things that you want to actually add some invigorating energy into. And then your beautiful card from the dragons is the Lilac Fire Dragon. Transmutes through the power of divine love that which you are. Open up to transcendent love and enlightenment. Purity of heart brings peace, hope, and joy. Such a message from the Dragon Kingdom. So Heather, you have a lot of opportunities, and there's 2 in particular that are coming up that are knocking at your door. Drop it into the heart, darling. Just check with your heart and your belly. Find out which one actually suits you as you stand today with the new you, not the old one, but the new Heather, the Heather that has worked and sacrificed and sort of fought their way through to being where they are now. And today also we have Karen H. Karen, you're definitely going for the Power of Love cards. Put them all in the right pack. Okay, so Karen H, this is for. when there's lots of music around you, there's lots of rhythm going on, and your higher self is saying music is an extremely important part of your life. And if you're not playing enough of it, enough of the rhythm type of music that you really like, you start to get very thirsty in life, and you start to get a little bit aggravated. Do you know, this totally and utterly reminds me of people who are, you know, hangry. Have you heard that expression of hangry, when people get frustrated and a bit naughty because they're hungry? The blood sugars are all over the place. So that's how it feels. It feels like, you know, if you haven't got the food of music, you get hangry. Have you noticed that? Is it in your awareness? So your soul is asking, can you identify even more sort of genres of music? I'm hearing sort of harmonics, people singing in harmony without any instruments. I'm hearing sort of the old jukebox type of music that have got a really good rhythm and get your feet tapping. I'm hearing some different classical music there that's and some ethereal music that's in the background. So there's other types of music to be investigated, to try out, to see what moods it puts you in, and to heighten your awareness of life in general. But oh my goodness, you're really thirsty for the music, and would you please play some? I mean, there's various music about where sounds, you're very alert to different sounds. So sometimes you really need earphones on and to block out all sound. So in the same way that music feeds your soul, so does silence. Silence is a kind of, you know, with any sound healing that we do, we play the instrument, including voice. And then after that, there's always silence. And in the silence is where you process all of the different sounds, and often a great deep healing occurs. So I'm being asked by your higher self to say, sound for you is a healing remedy, and that provide yourself with some silence at the end of each song or the end of each instrumental, or whatever it happens to be, so that you can benefit from the healing properties of what you've just experienced. Okay. And you've chosen this Power of Love card deck. This is your card, Karen. Oh, so we had this before. You acknowledge your misdeeds and accomplishments alike. It's under the title of ownership, and learn to love them all as lessons. Okay, so this is really a self-mastery message about not beating ourselves up for things we are perceiving as things that we've done wrong, and not sort of missing opportunities to claim our goodness when we've done things that we perceive to be right. So self-ownership, self-mastery, it's a step towards self-mastery. So there's quite a lot going on in life for you, Karen, and there's quite a few people who are pulling your strings. They're pulling your attention, who want your attention, who want things from you. So make sure you choose through your heart. Ask yourself, is this good for me? Is this joyful? Is it kind? Is it necessary? Ask yourself those sorts of questions before you decide who you want to be with and for how long. And that will really, really help you traverse through this next stage in life. Okay, darling, let me know how it goes. If there's any questions, happy to do my best to answer. Lots of love to everybody. Mwah. Thanks for being with me. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.